Everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Umar bin Abid and you are watching Umar Linguistics. So in this video, we'll study free variation in phonology. So in this video, I'll speak only in English, but if you are interested to watch this video in Urdu, or you can say in Hindi, I have given the link in the description below. So I'll explain free variation through some examples, and I'll also explain it with one of the songs which is in Urdu or Hindi. So if you are native English speaker, so you might you need to be very focused on that song to understand what I will be describing. But that would not be too difficult to understand. But if you are already on Urdu or Hindi speaker, so that would be more easier for you. But yes, I am going to give you many English examples first. So usually in free variation, we know allophones, which are the different version of the same phoneme, physical version of the same phoneme. So when we have two or more allophones, and they can be produced in the same phonetic environment. So in other words, the speaker has a choice either to produce one allophone or to produce another allophone. While in complementary distribution, in complementary distribution, we are bound to produce only one allophone or the other in a specific environment. But in free variation, there is a choice either to produce one allophone or the other allophone. For example, in English we have the word tube. So in English, when these stop sounds like p, t, g, b, p, t, k, b, d, g, these six, although glottal stop is also a stop sound, but when the stop sounds come at the end of a word, so they are unreleased. So unreleased mark is this. This is the diacritic mark for unreleased, but you can produce it released as well. So for example, uh, if it is released, audibly released, so we will say like tube, 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 tube. But on the other hand, if we say it unreleased, which is most of the times this is the case, so it would be like tube, 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 tube. What happens in this way? You close your lips to produce b, but you do not open again, because but in this case, when you say tube, tube, you will close your lips for b and then open your lips, because only in this way b can be produced. But in this way, in this case, you do not open your lips after closing, so it is therefore inaudibly released. Tube, tube, tube. Bad, bad. Similar is the case with voiceless stops. Gap, gap, or gap. In Urdu or Hindi, for example, there is a word sky, and they can say it like asman, asman, but they can also say it by skipping n sound and make the previous vowel as nasalized. So like asma, ma, asma. Similar is the case with earth. So instead of saying zameen, they can say zameen, zameen, not zameen. And similar for not in Urdu or Hindi, there is a word like nahi. So usually it is nasalized in careful pronunciation, nahi, nahi. But sometimes they just say nahi, nahi. So you can say you can listen that here e is not nasalized. So nahi and nahi, nahi. And now I am going to show you these examples of these words from a song. So you will notice, although in lyrics it has been written like n very clearly, but no, the singer will not produce an here very clearly, and the singer will not make this e sound nasalized. So because if you are this video I have made especially for the non-native native speakers of English. So I am going to uh, make its speed a little bit less. आसमां को All right. So you will notice he's saying asma ko. He is not saying asman ko. Man. He is not producing an at the end. Once again, I am making it the speed more less, more slow. आसमां को जमीन ये जर All right. So if you can listen it very clearly, although it does not sound very good in this speed, it will be sound good in normal speed. But you can feel it clearly, and you can find many examples in English which I have already given you once again in normal speed. आसमां को जमीन ये जरूरी नहीं जा मिले All right. So nahi was the last example. So he is not saying like nahi, but he is saying nahi. All right. So I hope you have understood that what is free variation. If you have any question, you can ask in the comments box. Don't forget to give your feedback. Remember in your praise, Jazakallah khairan and thank you.